peeps, Westwood? All right. So my name is Garima Singh. I'm going to be a senior at Westwood High School. I've got a couple more shout outs to give. I went to Fern Bluff and Chisholm Trail Middle School. All right. So thank you to Corey for thinking of me for this, because this is exciting and I'm so happy to be here. Also, I want to give a huge thank you to every single person in this room who has been an administrator at a school I've been to or taught me, because you guys have made the biggest impact on my life. So thank you. So when I was told to give this speech, I was told to, enjoy it, be myself, and share a little bit about me. So I thought, why not start off with a couple fun facts about Garima Singh? So, the first thing, my favorite color is yellow, if you couldn't tell. I love Shakespeare, and shout out to Miss Connor for introducing me to the Bard. Yeah! The other thing, Harry Potter is life. And I love to dance. So shout out to my drill team directors, since someone else did that. Where are you? Somewhere. There you are! All right. But probably the biggest thing to know about me is that I love to learn. Anything and everything. As long as I'm learning, I'm happy. So, I thought, why not tell you a little bit about what I've learned throughout my years at Round Rock ISD. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you everything, because that would be 17 years long, but just a couple things. So the first thing, anyone who knows me knows that growing up, I wanted so badly to be a scientist. I still want to be a scientist, but what's different is that I also want to combine computer science with science. Until 10th grade, I would have never imagined that I enjoyed programming or coding or anything like that. Why? Well, because I bought into the stereotype about computer science. I used to think programmer, and I thought an old guy with glasses sitting at his desk typing, and that was not who I wanted to be. Not at all. So, in 10th grade, I kind of went into AP Computer Science. I was like, maybe I like it, maybe I won't, but I just did it because I didn't really have much else to do. And I loved it. It was fantastic. It was the best thing I've ever done. It was right up my alley. I got to analyze, use logic, and problem solve, which is exactly what drew me to science. And so that's why I like computer science. I knew that there were other girls like me who hate computer science without ever trying it because they're told the wrong things. So I started a club at Westwood High School. It's called Westwood Girls Who Code, and it's sponsored by the national organization Girls Who Code that works to bridge the gender gap in technology and engineering fields. So, every single one of you, if you know a girl who's going to Westwood High School, I strongly encourage that you strongly encourage her to join Westwood Girls Who Code. And if you do that, she can leave if she hates it, but I can guarantee that if she comes, she won't hate it. The other thing is, my love for computer science would have never, ever come into existence without my teacher, Mr. Mickle, who's not here because he doesn't work for the district anymore. But we should give him a round of applause anyway, because he deserves it. Mr. Mickle was an amazing teacher. He didn't give up on us. He didn't give up on me when I asked the dumbest questions in class. And Without him, I wouldn't have discovered what I love doing. And I'm sure that goes for every single one of you. Every single one of you teachers over here have touched someone's lives in a way that is so important, and you might not even know it. So, you guys have the hardest jobs in the world, and one of the most important jobs in the world, and you don't get nearly enough recognition for it. So I want to stand here and say thank you to every single one of you for doing what you do and making a difference in a student's lives. Thank you. So, I discovered my love for computer science. I shared it with some girls at my school, but I wanted to do more because it's so important in a technological age to know how to work with technology and how to code it. So, I also love working with children, so I thought, why not combine the two? So I started Coder Dojo Round Rock. This is kind of sponsored, but not really, by the global nonprofit Coder Dojo. I didn't start Coder Dojo, but I started a chapter of it in Round Rock here. It is for children ages 7 to 17 to come learn how to code. It's run at Tech Shop Round Rock Austin, who give us that space for free. They're awesome. We meet every Sunday from 4 to 6. If you want more information, come talk to me. So what I learned from Coder Dojo is code can be really boring to learn, like really boring. I've sat in classes, not here, but other places, where they just project what they're doing on the screen and type, and we're supposed to follow along and enjoy that. It doesn't work. So when we started Coder Dojo, these are little kids, and I wanted to make sure that they enjoy what they're doing there. So I thought, what do I like about code? What does any programmer like about programming? And it's problem solving. It's figuring out what's wrong and figuring out how to then code a solution to it. So that's exactly what the kids at Coder Dojo Round Rock do. They come in and we give them, some guidelines. We sit them in front of a computer and just go. And we have mentors there to help them when they need questions, when they have questions. But for the most part, they're just figuring it out on their own, and they love it. So this doesn't just go for code, because I think any subject that you guys teach can be really boring to learn. Not that it is boring, when you teach it, but it can be, right? So I have a little bit of personal anecdote. Growing up, I hated history. Hang on, it's getting better. But growing up, I hated history, or social studies, as it was called. Don't worry, I enjoyed the classes. Trust me, Mr. Thornton, going to Texas history every day was the highlight of my day in middle school. But I liked the class, still didn't like history. Then I went to Westwood, and the Westwood history department completely changed that. Why? Why? They are, first of all, so knowledgeable about what they teach. They're so passionate about it. And they figured out how to make history accessible to the kids they teach and deliver it in a way that we enjoy it. So, Mr. Fritsch, Mr. Williams, and Miss Sines, you'll be happy to know that this year, when I was at summer camp, people asked me if I love history, and for the first time in my life, I said yes! So just know that whatever subject you teach, all you have to do is figure out what's exciting about it, teach it that way, and I promise you, your students are going to love it. So, talking about what I've learned would be incomplete without talking about the most educational experience I've ever had in my life, and that actually ended last Friday. This was a camp called YSci 2015. YSci stands for Women in Science, And it was a STEAM camp, that's science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. It was held in Rwanda at Gashora Girls Academy, and it brought together 28 girls from the United States and 90 girls from 8 different countries all over Africa to learn coding, engineering, leadership, and presentation. Most of all, we learned all those things. We sat in classes, we did some electrical engineering, we did some coding. That was tons of fun. But most of all, we learned about each other. Some of the kids I met were in IB programs at their own schools, like I'm in the IB program, and we freaked out about the extended essay together. Some of them had never flown before, and I sat next to them on their very first flight. Some of them had teachers back home who we talked about who greatly influenced their lives. I learned about other cultures and how other girls live, and I learned how to empower myself and others to be leaders and strong agents of change in their community. But the most important thing I learned, or rather experienced for myself, is that girls are important, strong, powerful, and should never be left behind under any circumstances. As a participant of YSI 2015, and as a girl who has had doors opened for her by other people, a lot of them who are in this room, I have a responsibility to help other girls worldwide who have never even seen the crack of light behind an open door. And as employees of Round Rock ISD, the best school district in the world, and as true believers in the power of education to change lives, each and every single one of you has a responsibility to make sure girls worldwide are going to school and staying in school, because you know how important that is. My journey at YSI 2015 hasn't ended. I'm still traveling, and this time I'm taking all of you with me. But that doesn't come for free. You gotta give me something in return. So here's what I ask of you. Next time, when you have a chance, make sure that you guys stand up, speak up, and rise up for every other person who doesn't have the opportunity or tools to do that for themselves. That's my challenge to you. I'm a 17-year-old student. I still have a year of high school left and then 4 years of college. If I can believe that I can make a change, and I know that I can, then everybody in this room is definitely capable of making a change, because you're so much cooler and stronger and awesomer than I am. And together, it's like 5,000 people in this room or something, right? Like, that's incredible. Do you know the amount of power 5,000 people together have? That's a lot, and that's a lot more than me as one person has. So make sure that, if I asked, or if you see an opportunity out there, you seize it and you grab it, because making a difference, you already make a difference every single day, but doing more is the best experience and the best feeling you will ever have in your life. So, I'd like to conclude by saying again, I love learning, and I am so grateful that I have the opportunity to learn in a school district that's as wonderful as Round Rock ISD. You guys are the best. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.